Good evening. Welcome to Aldridge Arena and the class of 2022 White Bear Lake Area High School Commencement Program. A few announcements before we begin the program. First, please find your seat so we can begin the ceremony promptly at 7 p.m. Secondly, at the end of tonight's program, we ask that the audience remain seated during the recessional march and remain so until all graduates have left the floor of the arena. We do have photographers here from LifeTouch to capture photos of each graduate. The program is being live streamed and televised and will be rebroadcast on channel 19 or in high definition on channel 801. The SEC cable channels are noted in tonight's commencement program. Now would be a good time to silence your phones. We will begin the ceremony in a few minutes. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the 2022 White Bear Lake Area High School Commencement Ceremony. We welcome and honor the students who are before us this evening. Seniors, during the national anthem, proper etiquette is for ladies to keep mortarboards on, while gentlemen should remove their hats. I am Don Bosch, principal at White Bear Lake Area High School South Campus, and along with my colleague Angela Nelson, principal of the North Campus, we are delighted to have you join us for this special occasion. We consider our graduates to be scholarly citizens, and it is appropriate that we begin this important ceremony by honoring the flag. Please stand as our choir will perform our national anthem under the direction of Wendy Suya.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Wayne Kazmarchuk.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bosch. Welcome, school board members, fellow school district employees, and especially parents, family members, and friends of tonight's honored guests, the White Bear Lake Area High School graduating class of 2022. I welcome this opportunity each year to address our graduates because it serves as an opportunity to share my heartfelt gratitude to not only our graduating class, but also to the families, friends, and staff members who have played an important role on this journey. First, to our families, thank you for your partnership. Like many of you, I understand the joys of parenting, and if your children are anything like mine, I understand that patience, deliberate slow breathing, the occasional difficult conversation, and statements such as "serenity now" are all part of the mix. I also understand that there is not a manual that teaches us how to raise children, so we learn as you go. Tonight is one of those special moments when you should feel a great sense of pride. Job well done, parents, and guardians, grandparents, and extended families. Next, thank you to all of our employees for supporting our students and helping them get here tonight. The great thing about working for a school district is that each day we are privileged to serve students and families. Every single one of you plays an important role, and you are appreciated. Graduates, as this evening unfolds, please pause for a moment to thank a teacher or other staff member who has made a difference in your life. If they aren't here in person tonight, send them a quick note in the next few days, and please know how powerful kind words can be. Earlier this week, I attended several events that made me feel a great sense of pride to be part of the school community. The senior walk at Vadnais Heights Elementary was one of those events. For those of you in the audience who don't know what that is, graduating seniors have the opportunity to gather at the elementary school that they attended and walk through the halls. Elementary students line the hallways and cheer and look at them in admiration, and there are many, many high fives. It's a wonderful event. At this particular event, the Vadnais Heights fifth graders followed the seniors as they walked through the hall, celebrating their milestone of wrapping up their elementary careers. Teachers and other staff members recalled how quickly the time went by, how it seemed almost impossible that the seniors were these fifth graders just a few short years ago. Now, I've been in White Bear Lake long enough to have attended many of you, the class of 2022, many of your fifth grade milestone events. So to see you here tonight seems like a bit of a time warp. There are also ceremonies this week celebrating the graduation of students who are part of our Transition Education Center family of programs, as well as the graduation celebration of students who attended our Area Learning Center, which includes our Insight Recovery School. There are so many individual stories of perseverance, so many stories of students who have overcome adversity and challenges to reach this important milestone. And you are all part of a generation of students that had to overcome not only the usual challenges that face our youth, but the last couple of years were particularly unusual in so many ways. And yet you are here, accomplished scholars, ready to take on the world. So we are gathered here tonight, united as a school community, united in our purpose, because we are here tonight to celebrate. I can think of no better occasion than this, when a community joins together to celebrate its youth. Graduates, tonight the White Bear Lake School community honors an important part of our district's legacy, each and every one of you. To the class of 2022, I wish you well as you set out to pursue your dreams. Work hard, do your best, and have fun. Don't let anything stand in your way. And of course, go Bears.
Thank you, Dr. Kazmierczak. One of the hallmarks of our commencement ceremony is that our students are key speakers. Through an audition process, 3 students have been selected to speak at tonight's ceremony. Our student welcome this evening will be delivered by Bemnet Tessema. Bemnet attended Chelsea Heights Elementary in St. Paul and Sunrise Park Middle School. As a high school student, Bemnet was involved in LINC, Student Council, and National Honor Society, where she most recently served as president. Next year, she will attend the University of Minnesota Twin Cities to study political science. Please welcome Bemnet.
Welcome, parents, families, staff, school board, Dr. Kazmierczak, Principal Bosch, Principal Harriman, Principal Nelson, administrators and supporters who have made an impact on every single graduate here today. Thank you for always being in our corners. I love books and movies, but I've never liked endings. I always crave more. I want to know what comes next. What happens after happily ever after? Why are they okay with the story ending? Don't they have other things to achieve, other places to explore? I've always wanted more. We spend so much time dwelling on the past, what we could have done differently or better, but today marks what comes next. Today is our first day of being the leaders, the doers, and the problem solvers of the future. We came into this school as young, doe-eyed freshmen looking up at the seniors, excited to be them one day, excited to conquer what would come. We never thought we would be done so quickly. We went through so many of our firsts and some of our lasts in the blink of an eye. Today, we celebrate the gateway to our future. The future is always unknown, and it can be scary to think about. You will meet new people, find new favorite places, explore the world like you never have before. And it will be frightening at times, and embracing the change can be challenging, but this is what we've been preparing for the past 12 plus years, and every single one of you is so ready. Albert Einstein once said, "If you've never failed, you've never tried anything new. You will stumble and you will fall, but that one misstep doesn't account for who you are as a person." Your life is made up of so many moments. Don't let them pass you by because of your past mistakes or the anticipation of what the future may bring, because we don't know. We can only hope. When we think of the world, we think of who we want to be and what we want to achieve. I see so much potential in the class before me today. I don't see you all as the people you were, but the people you will become. So now, it's our turn. We get to write the next chapters of the history textbooks. We get to choose what's worth fighting for. The world is now ours. So what are we going to do with it? This part of our lives might be over, but we're just getting started. And of course, go Bears.
Thank you, BIMDAT. Since the first graduate crossed our stage in 1896, White Bear Lake Area High School has established a strong tradition of excellence. This tradition continues with the class of 2022. As leaders in our high school, the class of 2022 has demonstrated excellence in the classroom, community, and beyond. This type of success does not happen by accident. One of the endearing strengths of our schools is the high quality of instruction and commitment of our faculty and staff. I would like to take a moment to honor our teacher retirees this evening. Jim Christensen, 30 years in the district. Julie McKenzie, 36 years in the districts. And Brian Merhard, 21 years in the district. And Jules Dorner, 21 years in the district. Thank you for your service to students, families, and community of White Bear Lake. We wish the retirees happiness in the next phase of their life. We are fortunate to have a school board that provides important policy leadership and a strong commitment to quality schools. At this time, I would like to introduce each member of the school board, asking them to stand and remain standing until all have been introduced. Please hold your applause until then. Jessica Ellison, Chairperson. Scott Arcan, Vice Chair. Angela Thompson, Clerk. Deb Beloit, Treasurer. Kathleen Daniels, Board Member. Next, I would like to introduce our other platform guests. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. North Campus Principal Angela Nelson, Principal of the Area Learning Center Gretchen Harriman, Associate Principals from North Campus Dion Harriman and Nate Beulah, North Campus Dean of Student Success Joe Held, Associate Principal from South Campus Carrie Barth, and Associate Principal for the senior class Matt Young, Director of Student Support Services Lisa Oren, Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning Dr. Allison Gillespie, Assistant Superintendent of Finance and Operations Tim Wald, finally our Superintendent of Schools Dr. Wayne Kazmarchuk. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce the chairperson of our school board. Our chairperson has served the White Bear Lake area as a member of its Board of Education since 2018 and has been a champion in providing opportunities for all students throughout our school district and community. It is my pleasure to introduce Jessica Ellison, our school board chair.
Good evening, graduates. I had the opportunity to speak with some seniors this week to help me better understand your world and the world that you're hoping to build. They confirmed what I already suspected, that you have emerged from the last few years with greater flexibility, independence, self-awareness, and strength. You understand the challenges that affect your generation and all of us, and you're fearless in the ways that you look change right in the face. Brash and stubborn, as one of your classmates described it. You know how to lean on one another, build community, do hard things, grapple with uncertainty, and seek meaning. All of these skills will guide you in whichever path you choose or whichever path chooses you. Just over 100 years ago, the world endured another pandemic that would shape its young people. The teenagers who lived through the Spanish flu also experienced isolation and fear and had to find their way in a changed world. They, like you, had to relearn ways of being. They emerged and found joy. They were your age when the flu hit and lingered in 1918 and 1919. And they became entertainer Walt Disney, musician Louis Armstrong, writer Langston Hughes, anthropologist Margaret Mead, journalist Ernie Pyle, filmmaker Alfred Hitchcock, physicist Enrico Fermi, author Zelda Fitzgerald, baseball player Lou Gehrig, civil rights leader Ella Baker, and so many more. Being teenagers in a pandemic did not define them, nor will it define you. Look to your ancestors' persistence and your own capacity for resilience as you forge ahead. Take that, brash and stubborn, and flaunt it. The White Bear Lake School Board is so proud of you, class of 2022, and we can't wait to see all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Board Chair Jessica Ellison. Throughout the year, our seniors have found themselves considering the many memories that come with reflecting upon the last 13 years of school. Our next speaker to reflect on those experiences is Victoria Lang. Victoria attended Matoska International and Central Middle School. Throughout high school, Victoria has been active in Link Crew, National Honor Society, choir, and student council. Next year, she will attend the University of St. Thomas as part of their GHR Fellows Program to study economics. Please welcome Victoria.
How do you sum up 13 years of your lives into a 5-minute debrief? How do you summarize and recap the most formative years of our lives into a short monologue? In order to properly reflect on where we started, how we've grown, and who we've become, it is critical to look to the past for wisdom. Coming from 8 elementary schools, 2 middle schools, 2 high schools, dozens of sports teams, friend groups, and club activities, we are all coming together tonight to represent the class of 2022 for the last time. We are also coming here tonight to celebrate all that we have accomplished over the last 13 years. Can you believe it all started in the fall of 2008? We sat in colorful classrooms on scratchy rugs, crisscross applesauce, learning our ABCs. Before we knew it, we were faced with life's biggest challenges, deciding between wall ball and lava monster at recess, learning how to write in cursive, and deciding who we would invite to our very first friend-only birthday party. Throughout elementary school, we were morphed into the early academic versions of ourselves, complete with times table competitions and the annual readathon. Before we knew it, we were at our 5th grade graduation and our very last school carnival. As we prepared to say goodbye to the school that housed us for the last 6 years, we were so excited to finally go to middle school and be faced with real school. Elementary school offered us our first challenges with friends, our changing personalities, and our growing curiosity about the world. But we all wondered, with fear and delight, what was next. Throughout middle school, we had to navigate many more challenges and setbacks, complete with a schedule with 6 different classes, fidgeting with a locker combination daily, and rationing out our bathroom passes. Before we knew it, we were met with the biggest academic endeavor of our lives, History Day. History Day challenged each and every one of us to cooperate with others, think outside of the box, and have confidence in the knowledge that we had accumulated so far. It is very fitting that our theme, which I'm sure is still etched into each and every one of our brains, was taking a stand. We have taken this theme beyond the exhibit boards and annotated bibliographies and taken a stand for what we believe in. We've walked out of class, pushed for the grades that we deserve, and taken a stand for those who cannot have a voice. We utilized our skills from this year-long project and brought them over to North and South Campus with us. Now, as we continue our journey through the years, here we are now on our first day of freshman year. We took in the air on the first September day, sauntering through the halls of North, realizing that we had finally made it. But to what? To the circles that never ended, or to the daily fights in the hallways? Whatever it was, we were here. As freshmen, we got to experience the rite of passage of being kicked out of student section games at football and hockey games, running through the halls to collect our very first Bear Bingo prize, begging our teacher to round our grade, and of course, finally being able to chew gum in class. As we embarked on our sophomore year, ready to get our licenses and have the freedom we'd been so desperately waiting for, the world felt impossibly big. That is until the pandemic hit, cutting this exciting year of our lives short. However, even with the abrupt end of our sophomore year, our junior year and senior years were still filled with hope. As our junior year began and dredged on, filled with ACT prep and the beginning of the relentless, "So where are you going to college?" questions, we were truly thrown through the loop. We changed our learning method 3 different times, yet we took this setback in our high school careers and turned it into a growth experience. Now, as we headed into our final year of high school, we had realized that every setback, failure, and catastrophic event had led us here, to our year of lasts. Our last football games, band concerts, musicals, competitions, awards nights, elementary school walks, and finally the sound of the last bell ringing on Tuesday. And here we are now, with our last, on the night that we say goodbye to the faces of those that we have grown up with. To the people who have watched us in every awkward, embarrassing, and triumphant experience over the last 13 years. Over the last year, we have been gifted the opportunity that the 2 years previous to us have not, a normal senior year. We got to have 8 football games, 2 school dances, countless spirit days, 3 musical productions, service projects, and attend school with both last names A through K and L through Z for the entire year. We have been able to see the accumulation of every triumph and tumultuous fail over the last 13 years come together in this room tonight. We have been able to see just how impactful our early recess days, middle school history day projects, and our walks around the circles have truly been. We have taken our early onset problem-solving skills from elementary school, our desire for freedom in high school, and our individuality from middle school, and blended them here tonight to come together and recognize each other. For if it were not for those sitting next to, in front of, or behind you, that you would be able to leave here with the knowledge, lessons, and skill sets that White Bear Lake schools have cultivated for you since the first day of kindergarten back in 2008. As we look around, tassels dangling, feet tapping, it is truly amazing just to see how far the class of 2022 has come. As we reflect on our time here tonight, I'm reminded by the words of the great and wise Rafiki. You can either run from the past or you can learn from it. Fellow graduates, learn from our past. Learn from our experiences and our mistakes from the last 13 years and live a life filled with reflection, growth, and a better understanding of both yourself and the world around you. Come to realize that everything unimaginable that has happened over you to the past 13 years has led you here. I can say, without a doubt, that the kindergartner from back in 2008, with their backpack hanging over their shoulders and the world in their hands, would be so proud of the person sitting here tonight. Continue to make that kindergartner proud in everything you do. Now, as per White Bear tradition, I would like to say, for my last time as a 2022 graduate, go Bears.
Thank you, Victoria. At this time, I'd like to recognize the graduates who have made the decision to enlist in a branch of the United States Armed Forces or enrolling in one of the United States military academies. These young men and women have made the decision to provide their service, sacrifice, and loyalty to protect and serve our great country. Words cannot adequately describe the valor of these young men and women we are privileged to honor tonight. I would also like to recognize past graduates who have volunteered to join a branch of our nation's military, as well as veterans who are with us tonight. We ask that current graduates, as well as past graduates and veterans, to stand and be recognized. It is now my pleasure to invite North Campus Principal Angela Nelson to present the 2022 Bear Awards.
The Bear Awards are the highest honors presented to each graduating class. 3 Bear Awards are presented to students who demonstrate excellence in one of 3 areas: service, leadership, and academics. These students also exemplify our White Bear Lake community core values of respect, responsibility, service, compassion, and integrity. In addition to the recognition, each student will receive a $500 scholarship. It's now my privilege to present the Bear Awards. This year's Bear Service Award recipient has an impressive list of involvement in service activities in both our school and community. This award winner is described by others as a true servant leader, focused on ensuring the success of others, and consistently willing to accept personal risk to benefit the greater good. Throughout her high school years, she has been drawn to opportunities for service, including Second Harvest Heartland, the Salvation Army, elementary and middle school book fairs, White Bear Lake Food Shelf, and Feed My Starving Children, along with volunteering at many school events through National Honor Society, Ambassadors, Superintendent's Advisory Committee, Environmental Club, League of Women Voters, Anchor Mentor Program, and Student Council, where she most recently served as Vice President. She represents our community core values of responsibility and service. In the fall, she plans to attend the University of Minnesota Twin Cities and major in biochemistry to pursue brain cancer research. Our Bear Award for Service recipient is Kushi Bakhtka. When asked by staff to describe this year's recipient of the Leadership Bear Award, the same words kept coming up time and time again: compassionate, supportive, determined, dedicated, and a leader among her peers. Our recipient is respected by her peers and adults in our school and community for her strength of character, compassionate leadership, and commitment to making our community and schools a better place. This recipient is a true servant leader. A member of Student Council, National Honor Society, Homecoming Committee, Link Crew Captain, and a 3-year captain of the volleyball team. During her time in high school, she volunteered at the Twin Cities Marathon, Feed My Starving Children, the Senior Center, along with numerous hours leading through Girl Scouts. In the fall, she will be attending the University of St. Thomas, where she plans to study psychology. Our Bear Award for Leadership recipient is Allie Schrader. Our Bear Scholarship for Academics Award recipient has been described as a disciplined goal setter, positive role model, and a diligent and motivated student. In addition to taking 18 college credit courses, this recipient was honored by the College Board as a National AP Scholar with Honor and an AP Scholar with Distinction. Our academic award winner has been on the A honor roll for each and every semester of high school and has earned the highest grades in our most challenging courses, finishing with a weighted grade point average of 4.537. Along with his academic achievements, this recipient was involved in a host of co-curricular activities, including National Honor Society, Environmental Club, and captain of the math team as a senior. He's a great example of our community core values of respect and responsibility. He will be attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, where he plans to major in mechanical engineering. Unfortunately, the recipient of our Bear Award for Academic Excellence is not able to join us this evening, but we ask that you give a round of applause for our Bear Award winner for Academic Excellence, Mike Lee. Now the White Bear Lake Area High School Band, under the direction of Shannon Anderson, along with the White Bear Lake School Choir, under the direction of Wendy Suya, will perform America the Beautiful.
White Bear Lake Area High School has established a strong tradition of excellence. This tradition continues with you, the class of 2022. Academically, throughout high school, in the midst of the challenges of a pandemic, you excelled to high levels. We have 108 students in the senior class who have earned the honor graduate cum laude status for having met a rigorous grade point standard. Many of you were challenged to communicate with your peers by sharing your thoughts, ideas, and questions, to collaborate by working together to reach a common goal, to think critically by looking at problems in a different way, and to be creative by trying new approaches to solve problems. You committed to various programs and activities, agreeing to challenge yourself and support each other towards the journey of reaching your individual goals. Many of you identified that one adult who believed in you and who you allowed to support and mentor you. Academics and activities aside, the class of 2022 demonstrated service and leadership by collaborating with students across our district, along with community members, to coordinate activities with multiple organizations that focus on service to others. And yet, graduates, what makes your class even more special is not only your collective accomplishments, but the sum of your individual stories. While it is a tradition for us to celebrate your collective strengths, there's an equally impressive story to tell in the individual journeys of each graduate. Many of you have overcome challenges the last few years, and while often difficult, have fulfilled our school motto to strive for excellence. You have accomplished great things both individually and collectively. More importantly, you have added to the strength and tradition of our school community. There is a unique pride here that is not found just anywhere. For those of you who are fortunate to live in the communities that make up of our White Bear community, you know this pride, this sense of tradition, and exactly what it means to be a bear. Graduates, you have not only benefited from the feeling of community here, you have added to it. For that, our community, school staff, and the many students who follow you are forever grateful. We, the faculty, administration, and school board, wish you our heartfelt congratulations. At this time, I would ask our school board members to please stand, and Superintendent of Schools Dr. Wayne Kazmierczak and School Board Chair Jessica Ellison to come forward for the presentation of the class of 2022.
It is time for the presentation of the class of 2022. It is my honor to affirm that the students assembled here this evening have met the requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Minnesota and the School Board of Independent School District 624. It is my distinct pleasure to present the graduating class of White Bear Lake Area High School for 2022. Class of 2022, please rise.
On behalf of the District 624 School Board and the entire community, I accept the presentation of the class of 2022 and declare them eligible to receive their diplomas as evidence of having completed the requirements set by the school board. Class of 2022, please be seated as the first two rows come forward to receive their diplomas.
Bemnit Mesfin Tessima.
Abdinasir Ahmed Abdullahi.
Victoria Isabella Lang.
Kieran Lotus Abraham.
Caden John Drake.
Zachary Allen Ackerley.
Gunther William Ahrens.
Colin Quinn Eichel.
Noah Jean Ames Rupert.
Andrew Grant Amesbury.
Kylie Patricia Amon.
Rachel Christine Anderson.
Sarah Elizabeth Anderson.
Tyler Allen Anderson.
Paige Marie Anderley.
Alexander Frederick Antonio.
Daniel Joseph Archambault.
Annika Berlin Ahrens.
Riley Grace Armstrong.
Abigail Grace Ergoin.
Joshua Tunde Atalade.
Joshua David Atz.
Anissa Autenrieb.
Addison Rose Bachmeyer.
Lance Bakken.
Griffin Michael Bailey.
Andrew Corey Beltane.
Snow Ball.
McKinley Marie Bemlot.
Joseph James Bartlett.
Abigail Ann Bergerson.
Adam Alexander Beloit.
Tyler Joseph Bishop.
Jeffrey Thomas Benedict.
Isabel Ray Bohr.
Kalia Lou Bergman.
Tate Sebastian Bosman.
Kushi Sanket Bhakta.
Christopher Allen Bauer.
Margaret Mary Blanding.
Nicholas Hans Boyson.
Aubrey Alexandra Bolton.
Leela Lane Bread.
Samara Caprice Burgoyne.
Rachel Lynn Bridgman.
Chloe Ann Bowery.
Josiah David Bristol.
Joseph Lars Brown.
Benjamin Anthony Broik.
Olivia Ann Brennan.
Alex Paul Brown.
Tiana Brinkner.
Jacob Donald Burkett.
Hayden Matthew Brinicki Turner.
Mackay Elijah Butcher.
Jackson Edward Broman.
Laura Michelle Calbreath.
Zachary Michael Brown.
Justin Riley Campbell.
Michaela Marie Burr.
Caitlin Janine Carview.
Helen Cariella Cabriales.
Alexis Cartwright.
Jacob Alexander Camp.
Abigail Tavis Castro.
Ari Michael Capistran.
Selwal Elias Sharif.
Kaylee Elizabeth Carley.
Alexander Gabriel Chaudry.
Theron Anthony Cartier.
Aiden Randy Cleary.
Callista Ann Kestogue.
Stella Jean Kalova.
Jacob Earl Katura.
Caitlin Marie Corfitz.
Adonis Alec Sharpenter.
Melanie Marie Cramblett.
Isabella Renee Sorelli.
Harmony Rose Crowther.
Abigail Suzanne Clinch.
Clara Ellarine Cunningham.
Julia Mary Covert.
Cameron Calloway Curtis.
Amanda Marie Crossan.
Annalise Marie Daniels.
Timothy Robert Cruz.
Patrick Losada de los Santos.
Harley Elias Carrere.
Sophia Madeline DeFlorin.
Gunnar Michael Dahl.
Ashley Nicole Delpino.
Najma Mukhtar Darwish.
Emily Margaret Deo.
Isaac Joshua DeBilzen.
Nicholas Richard Distad.
Jacqueline Jean Degnan.
Aisha Yasmin Dumbia.
Cruz Santos de Leon Paramo.
Ellie Selma Draling.
Maxwell Jeffrey Diller.
Savannah Jade Dusek.
Cora Ellen Donahue.
Leah Colleen Eck.
Travis James Downey.
Jessica Ann Elias.
Carter Michael Duran.
Garrett James Erickson.
Elijah Charles Ebert.
Janiel Esteves Negron.
Lauren Page Eckerly.
Lewis Finch.
Sophia Ray England.
James Fiskewald.
Jordan Sauter Esser.
Dylan J. Fleeler.
Xander Jason Farrell.
Raja Layla Folly.
Reed Allen Fleming.
Emma Jane Fawkes.
Grace Elizabeth Fink.
Jordan Thomas Frucci.
Ella Mackenzie Flood.
Shannon Leah Furlong.
Calvin Eugene Fortman.
Mia Rose Galvin.
Riley Nicole Cottle Frazier.
Oscar Abraham Garcia Torres.
Reese Linda Ferber.
Alexis Sukian Gerhoff.
Maya Ann Gale.
Brian Lewis Gilbert.
Emilio David Garcia.
Sophia Nicole Goodmanson Tangney.
Evan Ryan Garner.
Caden James Gores.
Connor Lee Gerald.
Eleanor Lynn Gregoire.
Jacob Adam Grant.
James Victor Grissom.
Brendan Larry James Griffin.
Sullivan Robert Gunderson.
Delaney Dale Gunderson.
Robert Allen Hager Brinkley.
Shannon Elizabeth Gustafson.
Avery Kelsey Hall.
Alicia Sherry Hazley.
Ashlyn Lillian Hamill.
Aaliyah Ann Hamlin.
Timothy Patrick Hannigan.
Rosemary Marie Hammond.
Megan Joe Harrington.
Anne Frances Hargis.
Michelle Ann Haugen.
Henry Kirk Hasselman.
Ariana Lee Hertigan.
Logan Hunter Hawks.
Kayana Elizabeth Haroff.
Saul Giovanni Hernandez.
Andrea Shea Hillpish.
Haley Ray Highland.
Brendan Garrison Hoden.
Trevor Joseph Hurt.
Michael James Hoffman.
Jacob William Hines.
Mackay Allen Honkin.
Elena Rose Hodge.
Caitlin Elizabeth Houchins.
Hannah May Hollis.
Grayson Payne Hughes.
Joshua James Hoover.
Mason Matthew Hunter.
Emma Lee Hughes.
Seth Andrew Jackson.
Nevaeh Ella Hughes.
William Edward Jenkins.
Nathan William Hubert.
Olivia Lynn Johanning.
Ernad Ikanovich.
Allison Francis Johnson.
Callie Ray Yonke.
Paul Matthew Johnson.
Molly Ann Genrich.
Kaylee Deborah Josephs.
Clara June Johansson.
John Spencer Kalos.
Ella Grace Johnson.
Nicholas Michael Carney.
Kevin Perry Jones.
Francis Bronwyn Kelly.
Riley Louise Jungman.
Jace Ronnie Keys.
Sophia Rose Kaminsky.
Tyler Robert Kickbush.
Catherine May Kaufman.
Alexis Marie King.
Colin Kennebeck.
Zachary J. Kinney.
Bong Min Khan.
Alexa Marie Kane.
Samantha Umporn Kiwal.
Christian J. Koski.
Camarian Rose Kingbird Ramos.
Tyler Stephen Kotzmacher.
Mackenzie Christina Klein.
Nash Joel Kramer.
Jackson Henry Conan.
Noah Eric Christensen.
Milo Daniel Korach.
Megan Amber Kubas.
Jessica P. Kotke.
Megan Ray Locke.
Zachary B. Cowitz.
Ashton Avery Lanners.
Sarah Kreisel Robles.
Stephanie Ann Larson.
Anya Kinsey Kurzoska.
Anna Lil Lawrence.
Dylan James Labassier.
Michael Timothy Lee.
Charles Andrew Larson.
Cassini Jachia Lee.
Julia Lamwers.
Sophia Lenahan.
Josiah Mongtong Lee.
Jude Doris Lewell.
Lainey Lee Lemire.
Cassie Liston.
Patrick Joseph Levins.
Ashley Nicole Loken.
Anthony Jaden Lewis Royal.
Rachel Marie Lopez.
Christopher Stanley Lindberg.
David Matthew Zachary Love Jr.
Alex Egan Lohman.
Natalie Siobhan Lundgren.
Tiana Ray Lawler.
Devin Mark Madden.
Tyler David Long.
Mandon Michael Magnuson.
Aaron Esteban Lopez Mesa.
Noah Daniel Maletsky.
Damon, right? Carlos Damon Lowe Jr.
Rashana Maps.
Liliana Marie Magnuson.
Camille Elizabeth Marrero.
Dylan Timothy Mahmood.
Ernest Jamal Matson.
Kanoquan Manirat.
Noah Ryan McCauley.
Betsy Catherine Marrier.
Tyler William McGough.
Isabella Grace Mason.
Kyle Lawrence McLean.
Amanda A. Mayer.
Nadia Rose McWilliams.
Michael Gregory McCormick.
Olivia Rose Meyer.
Zach Riley McLaughlin.
Barrett Lindsay Manier.
Gianna Marie McLeod.
Mason Gordon Messerschmidt.
Shelby Ray Medine.
Jordan Elizabeth Meyer.
Sophia Isabella Mendoza Rodriguez.
Jessica Miller.
Ellie Louise Messerschmidt.
Thomas Lewis Minnick.
Hannah Kelly Meyer.
Jasenia Elizabeth Montesero.
McKenna Dale Miles.
Aaron Kathleen Mooney.
Riley Jackson Miller.
Nicole Noel Moore.
Bryant William Minor.
Connor Michael Moser.
Annalise Carrot Montgomery.
Benjamin Eugene Mullen.
Declan Christy Moore.
Ashton Nelson.
Samuel Dane Moray.
Jenna Sue Newpower.
Brandon Zhang Moore.
Kay Wen.
Alec Murphy.
Xander Lee Nielsen.
Adam Necklin.
Justin Nathaniel Nunez.
Vanessa Bryn Nelson.
Nicholas Matthew O'Brien.
Angelica Nguyen.
Jackson Roger Ogden.
Adam Najelski.
Brock David Olala.
Tyler Sean Niven.
Dylan Robert Olson.
Nika Nygaard.
Areolua Jael Olusi.
No middle name? Justin Olson. Justin Olson.
Diana Karubu Andoko.
Max Broden Osell.
Travis Jonathan Palm.
Avery Rose Marie Olson.
Arthur Jordan Perrin.
Murphy James O'Malley.
Charlotte Ann Perrin.
Anthony James Parr.
Gunnar John Peterson.
Haley Michelle Cuman.
Nicholas David Petman.
Edwin Raul Perez Lemus.
Brandon Petzerath.
Zachary Sage Perrin.
Emma Maria Pitlick.
Tyler Christopher Peterson.
Jacob George Pletch.
Kylie Elizabeth Petty.
Elizabeth Grace Pope.
Riley Joseph Philippi.
John Paul Gerard Prinier.
Bryce Patrick Plain. Congrats, man.
Jessica Ann Quinlan.
Dexter Pollard.
Shay William Rayburn.
Zachary Dean Pratt.
Derek Alexander Ramnarine.
Jenna Lynn Quinlan.
Madison April Reese.
Irma Alice Ramirez.
Aubrey Nell Ryland.
Lily Marie Rausch.
Vanessa Yvette Reyes.
Jack Ryan Regnair.
Ethan Leo Rick.
Andrew Todd Renstrom.
Sadie Rose Ring.
Tiffany Carolina Rice.
Riley Margaret Rabowski.
Emily Ann Rigwald.
Gavin William Rogers.
Abby Leah Roach.
Karis Rungetakun.
Jackson Reed Roser.
Ella Marie Sagnis.
Elenia Leah Rosario.
Sandra Jean Sardi.
Jacob Raymond Rutsenoy.
Patricia K. Schlow.
Amanda Josephine Samick.
Chloe Marie Schmidt.
Lauren Claire Sather.
Isabella Rose Schroepfer.
Leah Schaefer.
Shay Charles Scoba.
Bryce Richard Shearer.
Leslie Danessa Silva.
Lauren Elizabeth Schmidt.
Mark Gregory Simpson.
Leg Eric Schmitz.
Alexis Lynn Smith.
Allie Marie Schrader.
Cooper Campbell Smith.
Isabella Colleen Schultz.
Marco Antonio Sosa Romero.
Aiden Emmanuel Shepler.
Madeline Rose Souza.
Chloe Kate Simonik.
Justin Joseph Staffkey.
Matthew Joseph Sloan.
Leah Jean Starrick.
Derek Allen Smith.
Morgan Page Stein.
Breeley Hilda Smith.
Jack Michael Storr.
Darren Allen Smith.
Callie Renee Sullivan.
Faith Isabel Soto.
Nicholas Richard Sphere.
Grace Ruth Ann Squires.
Malcolm Tambe Tassa.
Bradley Robert Starry.
Brock Elias Togner.
Samantha Rose Steffens.
Laura May Falhuber.
Riley Marie Strobush.
Isaac Nicholas Tyson.
Josephine Martha Sunder.
Sean Martin Thompson.
Natalie Diane Swanson.
Jason Michael Tilma.
Joseph Degafe Tamaru.
Stella Jean Townsend.
Sophia Taji.
Taylor Ann Turinsky.
Jonathan Anthony Tigan.
Martina Vaca.
Kyle Tao.
Nicholas James Vandervaart.
Hayden R. T. Huber.
Megan Jean Van Ostrand.
George Allen Turnbeck.
Diana T. Vang.
Giselle Tolentino.
Tyler Tu Yang Vang.
Malik Shazad Usman.
Dylan Ronald Vendel.
Gavin Lyons Valentia.
Carson Craig Verhulst.
Daisy Juliet Vanderwood.
Annika Marie Vra.
Chimaine Alex Vang.
Joseph Patrick Wallach.
Hector Vasquez Lemus.
Trevor Montgomery Walton.
John Robert Vocek.
Autumn Marie Waters.
Alex Vu.
Laura Michelle Wells.
Hayden Russell Wallach.
Nathan James Winger.
Michael Ward.
Benjamin Adam Whitehour.
Benjamin Thomas Wyman.
Nicholas Benedict Whitcomb.
Christopher David Welton.
Marcy Margaret Whitman.
Mason James Westmoreland.
Emma Joy Wickstrom.
Christina Marie Wheeler.
Lydia Grace Wilk.
Tyler James Whitehead.
Nicole Taylor Windingstad.
Mason Michael Wicklander.
Lauren Elise Walkerstorfer.
Sophia Alex Wickstrom.
Andrew Zhang.
Alyssa Wilfong.
Song Zhang.
Sarah Elizabeth Williams.
Jason Connor Yang.
Madison Riley Winnock.
Thomas Naoki Yoshida.
Sador Wanderson.
Alfia Zahir.
Memphis Eric Jean.
Nicole Christine Zangs.
Gauna Nadia Yang.
Isabella Kears Zimmerman.
Grace Joyce Christine Younghands.
Mason Daniel Raymond Payne.
Samantha Rose Zaraka. Bella Marie Zaccardi. Elizabeth Marie Hageman. And Emmanuel Garcia. Congratulations.
We also have 3 students who are unable to attend this evening. We'd like to recognize those students: Logan Herr, Michael Fritz, and Mike Lee.
Commencement ceremonies are steeped in tradition as a final act of solidarity and to signify that you are now alumni of White Bear Lake Area High School. The class of 2022 should move their tassels from right to left. Graduates, this is an appropriate time to recognize the support and encouragement that your parents, grandparents, and family members have given you through the years of education. Please take a moment to thank whomever may be with you at this time with a round of applause. Our student Look to the Future speaker is Caden Drake. During his high school years in White Bear Lake, he has participated in tennis, knowledge bowl, and math team. Caden attended Lincoln Elementary and Central Middle School. In the fall, he will be attending the University of Minnesota Twin Cities, majoring in psychology, medicine, and statistics. Please welcome Caden.
We sit here in this room, reflecting on the past, reveling in the present, and awaiting the future. The White Bear Lake class of 2022 has faced many hardships, ranging from attending school through the coronavirus to waking up on time. Yet, despite all challenges, this class has persevered and shown that they are capable of doing anything. This fortitude is the very thing that our class needs to take with us into the future. While we look back upon the troubles that we have overcome, and as we prepare to take on this future, I encourage the audience to consider the following quote by Soren Kierkegaard. "Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards." Kierkegaard beautifully describes the idea of the present moment, a single cross-section of the large timeline of a person's life. An instantaneous moment of infinite understanding of the past and comically little knowledge of the future. It can be easy to assume that we know what the future holds, since we can so easily look back upon the past. Although we cannot foresee our futures, we can use lessons learned in our past to support us in endeavors ahead. Starting in kindergarten, many White Bear students are taught a phrase coined the 3 R's. These 3 R's are respect, responsibility, and readiness. This mantra precisely represents many of the core values that this school district holds. I believe that these virtues are valuable throughout school and after graduation. Respect is taught to students through demonstrations of compassion and composure. Students are taught to have empathy for others and be humble in their achievements. As we move forward and away from our current classmates, we students can use respect to show kindness for those that surround us, no matter any differences from ourselves. Such a respect for others helps to maintain social relationships and encourages communication between us. From a young age, we are taught that responsibility is our potential to keep up with deadlines and stay diligent in work and studies. Whether as graduates leave high school to join the workforce, serve in the military, or go to college, responsibilities are prevalent, and it is imperative that we answer to them. Readiness is taught to us as being a student who is prepared for classes, equipped for challenging moments, and who is able to adapt to any situation. Having a voice crack in a musical or missing a negative in a math class are the moments that have taught us to be ready. A graduate who is ready for the world ahead will charge into uncertainty with a cool head and the ability to face any adversity that challenges them. With so many adversities and challenges in the world, there are also many hopes and dreams that we hold. Throughout our lives, our goals, our aspirations, and our achievements are always changing. When in elementary school, our biggest achievement was being good at tag or wall ball. Come middle school, we completed History Day projects, many students' first long-term assignment. As we developed our identities in high school, we followed our passions and achieved goals such as varsity in our sports team, being recognized for our artwork, or getting accepted into our dream college. At the end of the road, our past desires will be obvious, but such a view on our lives is only achievable after we have lived it. As for the present moment, we can only look forward to what the future holds for us and make decisions that push us in the right direction. In my freshman year, I spent time searching for a new hobby that would have a positive impact on myself later in my life. After finding interest in coin collecting and figuring out how money works, I found out about the stock market. Investing and the stock market became a small hobby of mine in which I would go on to make about $5. What can I say? I was living rich. After a bit of reflection, I realized that the stock market is an extraordinary metaphor for one's future. A market full of participants with unlimited potential who most of the time have no clue what they're investing in. Many people would recommend to these newcomers the quote-unquote safe options, such as the S&P 500 stock, or for us, college and trade school. Typically, those are not the exhilarating options, rather the ones that have worked in the past. From a young age, the most influential people in our lives have declared that college is one of the only options for doing well. Yet still, a prominent adage in the investing community rings true. Past performance is not indicative of future results. With that, I say take some chances, be wild, have dreams. Do not spend the best years of your life dreading a daily routine that does not excite you. One final piece of advice that I've learned related to investing is to invest in yourself. Investing in ourselves is one of the best things we can do for our future. Read a book, take a jog, find a new hobby, develop relationships with others, do things that support your physical, mental, and intellectual well-being. These strengths will help you throughout life and nourish the fortitude needed to conquer the future, a future ruled by the dreams of our generation. Go Bears!
Thank you, Caden. I would like to congratulate all of our graduates tonight. I would especially like to thank our student speakers as well as our senior class advisor, Mr. Matt Danielson, and Ms. Tanya Giese, who oversaw the coordination of this event. Please remain seated until all graduates have left the arena, as this concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you for attending tonight's celebration.